Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber Podcast. Each episode brings you timely insights, expert analysis, and actionable intelligence to keep you ahead in the ever-changing world of cybersecurity. Subscribe to the newsletter at baremetalcyber.com to stay connected. And don't forget to visit cyberauthor.me, your one-stop destination for a wide collection of bestseller cybersecurity books. Equip yourself with knowledge from industry experts and stay ahead of the threats. Let's get started with today's topic. From lulls to lateral movement, securing ChatOps. Collaboration tools like Slack and Microsoft Teams have transformed modern IT environments into bustling digital command centers, streamlining workflows and supercharging productivity. But while these ChatOps tools boost real-time collaboration, automation, and team responsiveness, they also become prime targets for cyber attackers, seeking easy entry points. From seemingly innocent emojis masking hidden threats to cleverly impersonated coworkers lurking in your DMS, this article dives into how everyday chat platforms can rapidly shift from being invaluable assets to dangerous vulnerabilities, and what you can do to keep your digital conversations secure. ChatOps. From productivity powerhouse to attack vector. ChatOps burst onto the IT scene as a revolutionary approach to streamlining collaboration, automating tasks, and unifying scattered alerts into a single, manageable window. Imagine your incident responders and DevOps teams being able to seamlessly integrate tools, scripts, and notifications without bouncing between dozens of dashboards. That's the power ChatOps brings to the table. By embedding automation into familiar messaging platforms like Slack or Microsoft Teams, teams can react to incidents at lightning speed, making critical decisions in real time. Think of ChatOps as the Swiss Army knife of IT collaboration. It's fast, handy, and frankly makes you wonder how we ever survived without it. But here's the kicker. Attackers adore your shiny new collaboration tools just as much as you do. While your engineers marvel at the magic of automated deployments triggered through a chat message, cyber intruders are smiling at the treasure trove of metadata and files casually exchanged in channels. Those innocent-looking attachments and shared links can reveal internal infrastructure layouts, software versions, or even details about your latest security patches. And because chat platforms often interface directly with privileged systems, or APs, a single compromised token or misconfigured integration could offer attackers a golden ticket into sensitive assets. Adding fuel to this fiery security nightmare is our natural tendency to trust messages from colleagues without question, even in informal settings. Who hasn't quickly clicked a shared link or downloaded a script without pausing to consider its legitimacy? Lax authentication standards, minimal visibility into user actions, and absent-mindedly stored credentials in browsers amplify these vulnerabilities. If attackers gain access to a single token through browser storage or a crafty phishing ploy, they don't just gain chat access, they get a potential foothold across connected systems too. ChatOps misconfigurations only make matters worse, turning productivity into peril faster than you can say, "I thought that channel was private." Organizations often mistakenly discuss sensitive security incidents or compliance matters in open, public chat channels. Additionally, bots and integrations meant to simplify workflow automation frequently wield far more privileges than necessary, opening back doors for attackers to quietly escalate access. Poorly secured continuous integration and continuous deployment integrations further increase risks, as an attacker manipulating these tools could plant malicious code directly into production environments. Real-world examples drive home the point with sobering clarity. Major breaches involving collaboration tools like Slack and Teams have occurred precisely because of overlooked security controls and misplaced trust in digital identities. Crafty attackers have impersonated executives or trusted team members to trick employees into sharing passwords, sensitive files, or tokens. Once these credentials land in the wrong hands, they enable rapid lateral movement, letting attackers roam freely within systems that should otherwise remain locked tight. In several instances, attackers exploited stolen session tokens quietly extracted from the local storage in browsers, tokens users didn't even realize existed. With these digital skeleton keys, hackers access chat histories, sensitive channels, and connected applications, quickly moving beyond the chat tool to infiltrate deeper into corporate networks. Cybersecurity professionals know these risks all too well, often discovering that behind every cheerful emoji or funny GIF shared innocently in a team chat lurks a potential security disaster waiting to unfold. Sliding into DMs, threats hiding in plain sight. When a suspicious email arrives, most of us pause for a moment, running through the mental checklist of red flags. Yet, when that same link or attachment pops up in your work Slack or Microsoft Teams chat, our defenses inexplicably relax. Attackers exploit this psychological blind spot, cleverly slipping malware directly into chat conversations through links that typically evade traditional email-based protections. Shortened URLs, those tiny links hiding big threats, make it nearly impossible for users to assess risk at a glance. What's worse, these seemingly innocent files shared casually as screenshots or project documents often bypass antivirus scans, depositing payload droppers onto unsuspecting victims' devices. Chat platforms have also become fertile ground for harvesting credentials, as users tend to treat these spaces like informal note-taking apps rather than secure channels. In moments of haste or convenience, it's disturbingly common to see API keys, plaintext passwords, or sensitive tokens casually pasted into group discussions. Cybercriminals don't even need elaborate hacking techniques when employees inadvertently serve up access on a silver platter. Attackers also hunt through forgotten webhook logs or past bot commands, patiently waiting for tokens or secrets to surface from long-forgotten integration attempts. Even seemingly secure operations like copy-pasting sensitive data within chat apps aren't safe. Clipboard scraping malware quietly lurks in the background, grabbing everything users casually paste into the window. Phishing campaigns have evolved too, with attackers impersonating trusted users or bots, exploiting natural trust within team interactions. When John from IT suddenly requests a password reset or a verification code via direct message, even cautious users can fall victim due to the inherent trust fostered in team communications. Bots are beloved for their efficiency and ability to automate tedious tasks, but they're also prime targets for exploitation. Malicious bots, carefully disguised as helpful utilities, can quietly infiltrate teams to gather intel, observe operations, or even escalate privileges through stealthy API calls. Attackers frequently hijack legitimate automations, transforming benign scripts into destructive tools capable of crippling critical services or deleting essential data with a single command. Rogue integrations leveraging OAuth permissions are another avenue for attackers, compromising tokens through seemingly harmless third-party apps and quietly expanding their foothold within an organization's infrastructure. Perhaps most insidious are man-in-the-chat attacks, where attackers gain direct visibility into sensitive communication channels, invisibly lurking in discussions as participants remain blissfully unaware. Session hijacking, commonly performed by stealing cookies or tokens stored insecurely in browsers, grants attackers immediate access to ongoing conversations. Once inside, they can inject crafted messages, steering responses, and influencing critical decision-making, essentially manipulating incidents from the inside out. These attacks don't stop at passive observation. Impersonation tactics are employed, spoofing legitimate team members to issue fraudulent instructions or demands without raising suspicion. Finally, misconfigured chat permissions present yet another vulnerability, giving attackers easy access to private channels or archived conversations intended only for select eyes. With such privileges, attackers freely sift through historical chats, identifying juicy details about company infrastructure, project plans, or security procedures. The openness and convenience of collaboration tools become their Achilles heel, as the same flexibility that boosts productivity also inadvertently creates exploitable pathways for cybercriminals, patiently sliding into your DMS identity crisis, who's really in your channel. Most collaboration tools like Slack or Microsoft Teams prioritize convenience over stringent security by default, often using weak authentication methods like single-factor logins. This means if an employee reuses their password, which let's be honest happens far too often, a single breach elsewhere could grant attackers instant access to your chat environment. Persistent login sessions exacerbate this problem, rarely expiring or requiring reauthentication, creating prime opportunities for attackers who get hold of tokens. And speaking of tokens, the fact that they're frequently stored insecurely in browsers means a savvy attacker might not even have to guess passwords. Just one compromised endpoint could offer immediate and unfettered access to your internal communications. But attackers aren't always brute forcing their way in. Often, they're simply charming their way through the digital door. Social engineering techniques allow hackers to impersonate your colleagues convincingly, complete with stolen profile photos, familiar jargon, and timely conversation starters. Chief Executive Officer fraud takes advantage of organizational hierarchies, with attackers posing as top executives and issuing seemingly legitimate requests via direct message or by responding to employees hurriedly fulfill without question. The urgency and fatigue around incidents or deadlines only make these schemes more effective, as stressed employees naturally bypass typical verification procedures. Pretexting, where attackers weave elaborate narratives to convince employees to grant elevated access, further complicates the identity problem. With plausible cover stories about emergencies, system upgrades, or urgent security patches, attackers trick even security-aware teams into willingly handing over credentials or unlocking sensitive areas. Emotional manipulation behind these tactics exploits natural trust, turning helpfulness and responsiveness into vulnerability. While external attackers certainly pose risks, insiders, especially disgruntled employees or those who've recently departed, are sometimes the greater threat. Terminated staff often leave behind ghost accounts that IT teams overlook, quietly retaining access to confidential conversations long after their departure. Forgotten API tokens and integrations connected to former employees' accounts can also remain active indefinitely, providing a secret backdoor into sensitive projects or resources. Additionally, archived channels containing critical discussions can stay searchable by departed personnel, potentially leaking sensitive corporate plans or client data. The issue of insider threats becomes even more pronounced with connected applications and automated tools. Unchecked access by ex-employees to cloud storage, project management apps, or build systems can offer continuous silent access to company resources long after employment ends. Often, these overlooked privileges aren't maliciously retained, simply forgotten in the shuffle, but still pose significant security threats. Every piece of connected tech must be carefully managed to ensure no accidental privileges linger. Misconfigured permissions and loosely managed user roles in collaboration tools further compound identity management headaches. It's not uncommon to see developers given unrestricted administrative rights across production channels. Granting them, or anyone hijacking their account, guarantee a colossal monetary and physical penalties. So undue influence over sensitive operational environments. Similarly, bots and integrations frequently operate with broad blanket permissions, capable of reading, writing, or even modifying critical channels without oversight. Open channels mistakenly used for sensitive discussions offer yet another easy target for attackers searching for intelligence. Lack of regular access, reviews, and user audits allows these misconfigurations to persist indefinitely. Without systematically validating user permissions or roles, organizations remain blind to potential security loopholes until it's too late. Effective identity management requires vigilance, thoughtful role assignment, and continuous oversight, elements that many chat platforms conveniently place second to usability and efficiency. Securing the ChatOps channel before it becomes a crime scene. Let's start with the basics. Robust authentication isn't just a suggestion, it's the price of entry for any secure ChatOps setup. Multi-factor authentication might add an extra few seconds when logging in, but it's worth every fraction of that time to prevent your Slack from becoming the newest cybercrime hotspot. Integrating your chat platform with corporate single sign-on solutions further ensures centralized user management, reducing the likelihood of orphaned accounts or forgotten permissions. Don't forget that vigilant monitoring, spotting logins from unexpected locations or at odd times, can detect an intruder before they turn your emoji reactions into incident escalations. Regularly rotating tokens and session secrets is equally critical, ensuring compromised credentials have the shelf life of fresh milk, not aged whiskey. Beyond user credentials, securing bots and integrations is equally important because they represent your platform's open doorways to sensitive resources. Bots should only have the minimal privileges necessary to do their jobs. Giving a bot full admin rights is like handing the keys to your entire IT infrastructure to a friendly but potentially mischievous AI. Regularly limiting bot scopes and strictly defining token lifespans ensures these automated helpers remain just that, helpers, not threats. Validating webhook payloads and origins ensures that every integration is truly what it claims to be, safeguarding against sneaky third-party impersonations that could quietly funnel out critical information. Effective logging isn't glamorous, but it's the cybersecurity equivalent of keeping detailed crime scene notes. Without proper documentation, good luck piecing together how an incident unfolded. Every bot command, automated response, and integration action should be meticulously logged, providing the audit trails necessary to detect and respond to suspicious activities swiftly. Additionally, enforcing reviews on any new integration or bot introduced to your environment ensures they meet stringent security standards. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of awkward explanations to your Chief Information Security Officer. Continuous monitoring and auditing transform a reactive security posture into a proactive one. Enable comprehensive message retention and conduct regular auditing. Don't wait until a regulator or incident responder forces your hand. Integrating ChatOps tools into your security information and event management system ensures that login attempts, access permissions, and unusual behaviors are monitored closely, providing immediate visibility into potential threats. For example, when an unexpected new admin or an unfamiliar bot suddenly appears in your Slack environment, immediate alerts should fire off, making sure that such changes don't fly under the radar. Conducting systematic, periodic reviews of user permissions, roles, and bot privileges is crucial. It's tempting to skip these tedious tasks, but think of them as regular checkups for your cybersecurity health. Annoying, but absolutely necessary. Monthly or quarterly audits help ensure no permissions are lingering unnecessarily, significantly reducing the risk of account hijacks or insider threats, taking advantage of forgotten privileges. Finally, never underestimate the power of training users as if they're stepping into a digital war zone, because in reality, they often are. Run regular phishing simulations within your chat platforms to condition users to spot suspicious interactions before real attackers try their hand. Educate teams explicitly about the dangers of casually sharing sensitive information in chat environments, providing clear guidelines on what should, and more importantly, should never be pasted into public channels. Encourage secure tools specifically designed for safely sharing passwords, tokens, or sensitive data, minimizing accidental exposure. Making security awareness training engaging is critical. Don't be afraid to leverage humor, memes, or playful competitions to make your security training sessions memorable and relatable. After all, when users actually enjoy their cybersecurity awareness sessions, they're far more likely to internalize and practice good habits, turning your human firewall into one of your most effective lines of defense. Future-proofing ChatOps, security that moves as fast as you type. Adopting a zero-trust mindset for your ChatOps environment means waving goodbye to the old adage, trust but verify, and embracing the more ruthless, never trust, always verify. Rather than assuming internal channels are safe by default, operate under the premise that attackers may already be lurking within your collaboration tools. By constantly verifying user identities and continuously validating sessions, even within seemingly secure internal communications, you significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Microsegmenting channel and tool access based on specific projects or teams helps ensure any breach stays limited, preventing attackers from freely moving laterally across your organization's digital terrain. This privilege isn't just a principle, it's the law of survival in today's digital wilderness. This is especially true for bots and integrations, which should never have carte blanche access. Assign only the minimal permissions needed to perform their tasks, and strictly limit their ability to interact with critical systems. Limiting the scope and power of automated tools might feel restrictive initially, but it significantly reduces your risk footprint. This approach ensures that even compromised integrations can't escalate into devastating breaches, keeping rogue bots from becoming digital wrecking balls. Artificial intelligence isn't just for automating tasks. It can also act as your personal security sentinel, tirelessly scanning chat logs for threats. Natural language processing models analyze millions of messages, instantly flagging unusual syntax, peculiar commands, or subtle cues that might signal social engineering attempts. Unlike traditional security tools, AI-driven detection platforms excel at understanding context, dramatically reducing false positives and ensuring that genuine threats receive immediate attention. Rather than drowning security teams in alerts, contextual analysis allows them to focus on genuine, actionable threats lurking within seemingly innocent banter. Compliance and privacy regulations add another layer of complexity to securing your ChatOps environment. Regulations like the General Data Protection Regulation and the California Consumer Privacy Act place stringent rules around storing, processing, and accessing personal information, something casually exchanged every day in team chats. Organizations must consider chat content subject to the same strict compliance measures as email or official documents, ensuring that proper archiving, access controls, and retention policies are in place. Legal holds in regulated industries further complicate matters, necessitating robust e-discovery workflows for quickly capturing and producing relevant conversations during audits or litigation. The intricacies of compliance extend to employee offboarding processes, where chat content must be securely archived, reviewed, or purged in line with regulatory guidelines. Developing secure archiving and export policies isn't just administrative busywork. It's essential to protect your organization from costly legal pitfalls. Proper offboarding workflows ensure former employees' access is revoked instantly, and chat histories are handled appropriately, mitigating risks of residual access or inadvertent data exposure. Perhaps the most effective future-proofing tactic involves rethinking what exactly belongs in ChatOps tools. Keep sensitive production access and critical execution commands outside casual chat environments, limiting channels to alerts, notifications, or benign automations. While it might seem convenient to deploy updates or configure systems directly from Slack, one misstep or compromised account could turn convenience into catastrophe. Red Team exercises simulated attacks against your collaboration environment. Highlight vulnerabilities in your everyday processes, showing exactly how attackers might exploit your team's casual conversations. Incorporating chat hygiene into employee onboarding makes security awareness foundational rather than an afterthought. Educate new team members from day one about what is appropriate for chat environments, emphasizing the risks of oversharing, casual credential exchanges, and inadvertent leaks. Rather than treating secure practices as secondary tasks, integrate them seamlessly into your everyday workflow, teaching users not just to avoid mistakes, but to proactively engage in secure practices as second nature. Building security into the culture of collaboration ensures your teams move as fast as attackers do, staying ahead rather than merely catching up. Conclusion: Securing your ChatOps environment isn't a one-time checklist. It's an ongoing battle requiring vigilance, education, and constant adaptation to emerging threats. By adopting robust authentication methods, meticulously managing bot and integration permissions, continuously auditing your environment, and training your team to spot subtle threats, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to sophisticated ChatOps attacks. Embracing zero-trust principles, integrating advanced AI detection, staying vigilant on compliance, and clearly defining what belongs in collaborative tools are essential practices for ensuring your chat tools remain productivity powerhouses instead of crime scenes. After all, staying secure in the world of ChatOps isn't just about managing technology. It's about cultivating a vigilant security culture at every keystroke. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Podcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for bestsellers cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure, stay vigilant.